A while ago, I made a video on Sheikh Emad al Mobayed. The Sheikh was speaking and saying he's been warned by people in Saudi. I believe it was MBS, but it could have been someone else. Because of the warning, he had to leave the country. I'm not sure which country the Sheikh is in, but he's had to leave. And he's speaking recently. He was saying that a lot of the things that's going on in Saudi right now, like the Halloween parties and the music concerts and things like this, is the reason why we're seeing what we're seeing in Gaza right now. And Saudi is a big part of the problem of why we're seeing the suffering and things like this. And it's important that people understand that Saudi has 2 of the 3 holiest mosques in the world, and they're behaving like this, going against God, and they think that nothing's going to happen. We're seeing what's happening now, and then afterwards we'll see what happens when he comes to facing God. But it's good to see the Sheikh speaking, and I'm sure many other scholars in Saudi right now would love to say the same stuff, and maybe even much more harshly worded, but they can't because they're going to be silenced, they're going to be jailed, they're going to be murdered, possibly murdered, suddenly disappear, things like this. Saudi doesn't like it because they want to become modern while simultaneously going against Sharia, which is why many people don't speak. But Saudi is a big part of the problem. They think that they can do what they like and then there's not going to be any consequences. We've seen the consequences. The Muslims are not strong and things like this because of the sins. And yes, individually you can look at our own sins, but Saudi is doing things on a huge scale and in some of the most holiest places on earth, and then they want to act like, oh, nothing's their problem. They're a big part of the problem, and it's good to see the Sheikh speaking, and hopefully other people will also speak, and hopefully other people in Saudi will also speak, because now's not the time to not speak. And of course, I don't know the situation and their safety and things like this, but let's say 1 million people speak. Are they going to put 1 million people in jail? I don't know if they will or not. Or something needs to happen, because at this rate, Saudi is going to be, you're not going to recognize it. 20 years, in 30 years, what are you going to see? Will there even be a pilgrimage? Will people be allowed? Will there be restrictions? And Saudi still continues, even during what we're seeing in Gaza. We've heard and seen that after all of this, then they're going to go back to normalization talks and things like this. And this is why it's important that Saudi, the leaders there right now, they rectify themselves before they think about any sort of victory for the Palestinians.